Gaurav, Sawant and Rajesh Pawar, who've been travelling from, and I'll just show that to you on a map. They were earlier in the eastern part, in Mariupol. They've travelled all the way through from the east towards the capital city of Kiev, which is where they are. And in this report that you're about to see, we'll show you the kind of challenges they had to deal with as they travelled from Mariupol to Kiev.
This area is swarming with troops. They're firing. They're firing on us now.
There was firing. They fired towards our vehicle.
Because I tried to show them on the camera, but right now we're trying to escape.
It is deep inside Ukraine's conflict zone. Witnessing a massive rush to flee Putin's punishing war machines. India Today crew witnessed massive traffic jams at the military checkpoints at entrance of Dnipro while travelling from Mariupol.
Just ahead of me is a military checkpoint where they're checking vehicles, but this jam is because there's so many people leaving this conflict zone and trying to get away. As I said, there are a lot of military vehicles, military personnel deployed in around the city which we just left.
En route Kiev, we are at a military checkpoint, it appears, and there is a jam. There are some military vehicles, there are a lot of civilian vehicles, and this is the uncertainty of moving even on a highway right now. We don't know what happens next. We have absolutely no idea what happens next, because in one place we were shot at another place we were stopped, asked for our credentials, our I-card, and fortunately our passport. But fortunately, since we had Elena with us, that helped us negotiate that checkpoint. But it remains to be seen what happens beyond Dnipro, because Elena is going only up to Dnipro. So it is likely to be a long and an arduous journey back to Kiev.
What followed was columns and columns of Ukrainian army movement.
I'm right now in the city of Zaporizhia, which is on the way to Dnipro. On the way, we found a lot of army movement of trucks, APCs, tanks. Even we saw a medium artillery gun being towed, which means they're relocating, repositioning. And this area seems to be totally getting geared up for a Russian invasion. We also saw people who are in civil clothes but carrying rifles with them. They are probably the local militia or the Azov battalion people, which have come under a lot of criticism for all this. It is very tough right now to record anything here, because the moment you start recording, people look at you as if with a lot of suspicion, as if you are doing it for the Russians or something. So it's quite dangerous right now. And we cannot record at any checkpost wherever soldiers are there, otherwise they get aggressive. But this area is swarming with troops, with equipment, with guns, with APCs, with military trucks, and this axis is being defended very heavily by the Ukrainian army against any possible Russian invasion.
Rugged military tanks kept rumbling.
We just now saw a fully armed tank with infantry soldiers sitting on top. And it was, I think they are moving towards Mariupol, and we could not record them properly because we have been fired upon earlier in the day, and we were a little scared that probably if they see us, they might take action.
Several armoured personal carriers were seen lying around, abandoned and damaged.
There's a broken down APC here on the way, if you see. This is on the way to... And the lady here with us tells us this is a Russian APC which is broken down. And I think Russians have moved into this area because the checkpoints, they were not permitting any car to move. And we are lucky, I just say, we are Hindus, we are Indians. And somehow he smiled and things were all right. But looks like it will be difficult. There's another car there in front of us, military vehicle, Russian Toja? At the Russian Toja?
No, I'm not.
There's another military vehicle, I don't know, it's Russian or Ukrainian. But right now we're trying to escape.
The India Today crew had a close shave after coming under a volley of gunfire at one of the checkpoints.
I'm driving towards Dnipro, and with me is Rajesh Pawar, our friend and colleague, also cameraman Pawan Kumar and Elena. And as we drive, there was a military checkpoint. We weren't sure whether that's a Russian checkpoint or a Ukrainian checkpoint. But as we slowed down there was firing. They fired towards our vehicle, and we are now zipping past. We zipped past that. We've come across burnt Russian tanks. We've come across accidented vehicles, and that just shows that there is panic in this region. But as you can make out, very calmly, we are all trying to get out of harm's way.
On our way to Dnipro, we met a resident, Elena, who was also on her way to the city.
Have you heard this?
Elena tried to lighten up the situation with a soulful song. A journey like no other, documenting the compelling scenes in a country consumed by war. And the trip has just begun. With Rajesh Pawar and Gaurav Sawant, Bureau Report, India Today.